I think you still probably put Omni bottom and just have him play like behind the Lina. But Darkseer Tusk is super scary.
I mean, as long as they can't take down the Lina in one go with the Omni Knight, like he drops the Purification Repel onto Lina, I think Lina's fine in this lane. You're playing a ranged hero up against the Darkseer if this is a pause one Lina.
Radiant gets
Like,
the ban.
and I don't think against Purification and Heavenly Grace, they're going to be able to burst down this Lina in one go. So, I don't know. The Darkseer picks feel so weird to me, man. I'm really not a fan of this.
It has to be a
Unless you're
comfort
playing it
pick.
into something like a Luna or even that, it doesn't feel. I don't know, man. It's got to be a comfort pick, but I don't like
Radiant's
it.
up. Ban
Yeah.
time.
Weak hero. The days of Darkseer have gone.
Trying to think what else they can go for. They get rid of Ursa. They get rid of Monkey King. All actually pretty good bans here at getting on top of Lina and dealing with her. They ban out the Death Prophets. That one's a little bit surprising, but
I mean, not really. They don't have anybody who goes
Starting in
through
5
like
seconds,
just
with or
absolutely
without
burst
you.
anybody down. They
yeah, you're
damage them
right.
so slowly with like Ember Spirit spells, Ion Shells coming out. So they struggle to deal with Spirit Siphons if they can't just burst down the DP.
That does make
And
sense, yeah.
somebody else
So
who
you
would
can
take
just kind of
towers
sit in front.
relatively quickly.
Wow,
Hmm.
impressive. I'm amazed.
Yeah, especially with like a
Just
Omni Knight
chill,
behind her
bruh.
to be able to like top up her HP and get the debuffs off of her. Like it becomes very scary dealing with the Death Prophet like that. But Ursa and Monkey King bans.
Honestly, this would be like a...
All right, Dyer's turn.
Oh, they banned Shadow. I mean, that is a really smart ban. Shadow Fiend would absolutely crush the side of NoRunes right now, and you just run Pango off lane. That would have been a pretty good pick, and it's something Leo Style loves to play. So he's one of the few people that just will pick an Ember Spirit, even if it's not like a great Shadow Fiend game, just so he can make the Ember Spirit player like miserable.
5 seconds.
Yeah. What do I think when I see Ursa Monkey King bans? I mean, honestly, one of the things that I think is Centaur, but they banned that one out themselves.
Second for Infinity here.
Yeah, it's a pause one they need. Well, I mean, assuming this Lina isn't pause one.
It's got no. They need an
Anyway,
offlaner.
I've got
They need
no
like a
guess.
proper offlaner, I think. Oh no! All right, Leo Style Bat Rider. Okay, I don't know how I missed this one. It's one of the best like matchups into Ember Spirit mid.
Mhm.
So this is just Leo Style getting another really good matchup in his lane, and this time will be off lane for the Pangolier.
10 seconds.
Yeah, you just took 3 of the heroes that NoRunes took in the previous game. This is
5
disrespectful if I've ever seen it.
I mean, they're all good here. That's the thing. Like
I mean, they are good, but you're just winning with the majority of the draft that you just beat.
yeah,
Essentially,
Infinity.
he's gonna feel incredibly bad if you lose to this one.
Yeah, that will. That's true. That will. I'm trying to think like what you can pick here on NoRunes. It's definitely obvious. Like you obviously need your safe lane hero here. I'm trying to think what you can still pick into Lina that does well into the Pango. You could actually go Drow here. Drow's actually not that bad. They don't have a lot to deal with Drow. That's my call. That's probably what I would go for. I don't know. What do you think?
Drow's okay, but how do you get on the Omni Knight at that point, and how do you deal with Omni's ultimate?
I mean, you just have to rely on like Gust or Ember just finding him on the back side of the team fight. Like having all these other heroes just running them.
Spirit's going to be able to do it by themselves, and I don't think Omni Knight's ever going to be in a position where you can find that.
Okay. So my idea, solid strength, or solid ranged hero, agi ranged hero was like definitely what they needed here. I kind of forget Morphlings exist because I hate this hero personally.
I think it's solid. It's difficult to get it where it needs to be. It's got some very awkward timings, and you can only really run it against specific drafts.
Yeah.
When you have Heavenly Grace to work with, it feels okay. I mean, you got a bunch to steal. Being able to grab any spells from Pango, you have Shield Crash buff and the mobility from Swashbuckle. Being able to get Sticky Napalm and Firefly also feels pretty good. Chinese kit's all right. I mean, it's a good Morphling game, man.
It is, yeah, absolutely. This is one of those heroes, like I said, that does typically pretty well against the Lina. So I would expect Smitty to have a pretty good game. The lane matchup is not bad either. Into the Pangolier with the Tiny on 4. He should be able to CS this pretty easily. And it is, of course, going to be that Darkseer Tusk off lane like we expected. So a lot of aggression coming out from those two. We'll see if they can hold them back.
Well, I thought it'd be like a 30-minute victory last game for Infinity. I ended up being very wrong. I am an idiot, and I'm never going to live that one down.
Wait, what? It literally was like a 30-minute.
It was 24 minutes.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Yeah.
wasn't it like a really fast win?
It was a fast game, but it was even faster than I thought.
Okay. I see.
But the bottom line is that I'm stupid, Ricky.
That's fine.
Now, this game, I think this will go to NoRunes.
All right, you're thinking NoRunes? All right.
Yeah. I'm thinking this game's going to be a lot more back and forth as well. I think it's probably like a 45-minute game going to NoRunes. But what do I know?
Nothing.
Again, I fetch waters for the team.
That's true.
When you play with
What do you think in this game?
I mean, I'm not the analyst. I don't have to answer that.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, get ready.
Nah.
You can opt out of that one.
I would say, for me, I do really like the last pick Morphling, but I think Infinity are going to like come out ahead in the lanes. And I think if they manage to do that, if they manage to like play the momentum, I don't think this Morphling is going to come online. So I'm going to say Infinity are again going to take a quick victory. I think they get this at like 30, 35 minutes.
Ego walks forward into the tier 1 to try to scout things out, but it was just the Bat Rider that he ended up walking into. So I do realize that there's vision over here, though. Leo Style pings it out, and I'm pretty sure Prada's going to come over to deal with that one. Come on, Prada, do it.
He's thinking about it. But
All right, gang. 30 seconds.
Beautiful.
He ain't doing shit, man.
Prepare for a lesson.
Genic puts the courier sniping ward on the bottom side. It's always a classic.
I mean, this is kind of what you need to do with supports that aren't so good at trading inside the lane. Like, Genic starts boots first. He's going to go run down couriers as soon as he sees them. That's going to be his
All right, let's
biggest
get started.
contribution to this lane.
Is ready to go down.
Oh, arrow! Ends up connecting with the Pango, but
Nice. Ends up being a 2-for-2 on runes. As Tiny just tosses away his enemy and grabs the other one. So, all right. Pretty even start to the lanes. I am a little bit curious as to what Prada's going to do top here. He did go Hammer of Purity, so his goal is to just dump damage into these heroes alongside the Lina. And they're actually just going to cut the wave completely and try to bring it down with the double Ion Shell. Instead, LSA Connect plus the Hammer of Purity for the slows. Hiko, he's got no HP regen and goes down. First blood for Dad. Omni Knight will make it back under the tower, but they're going to lose so much experience. They didn't finish off 3 of those creeps.
yeah. I mean, Tusky tries to eat up some of it at the very least, and Tusky going to try to just grab this. Yeah, he didn't try to
he just has to cut the wave, but this is going to be pretty good, again, for the Omni Knight. The Hammer of Purity, the damage is pretty solid. Trades well, good armor, good damage. And Lina's just going to drag the creep wave over. Dude, this is the same shenanigans we saw last game. Uh-oh. Prada, level 2 now on the Tusk, because he did get that extra XP early on, and Prada might go down here now. Yeah, he will indeed. Just going to try and give the kill on over the Darkseer there, give him a little bit of extra gold into his pocket.
And, yeah, it's good to see us here. I mean, they're not going to be able to run down this Lina so easily. Unfortunately, as long as you stay relatively close to tower, you're going to be just fine. This Hiko missing, like, the first wave or 2 here is really unfortunate for him. It means your level 2 is going to come out a little bit slowly. Sorry, level 2 Ion Shell. Come out a little bit slowly. He rotates in the mid lane on the Tusk,
the
though.
arrow.
Oh, no!
It gets tanked by the creep, and Tusk underneath the tower here. He's going to die first, but not before they bring down Leo Style. So it's worth it.
Discover what lies beyond.
It's definitely worth it. They also managed to force TP out of Genic just as the 2-minute rune spawn. Never mind, not worth it now as you manage to lose the Darkseer top again. And Dad just gets to free farm the lane.
Yep. So you make that like what 1 minute 30-second rotation in the mid lane with 2 heroes, but you are pretty heavily punished for that one. Let's take a look at how Mini's doing in the Morphling down bot though. Looks like he's CSing just fine at 11 CS, 9 denies.
Yeah,
Not bad.
completely free.
Mhm.
It does make sense, right? As we've seen Genic kind of rotating all over the map so far. Top lane, LSA does not connect this time. Prada in some trouble here. Does just kind of bait them with the purification though, so he's not too worried. How are you a fan of the mango meta?
Where someone just goes in lane with like 6 mangoes or some shit. I was talking about this, dude. Every single day, like Yamson would come home and he would just start like turn on the Eternal Envy stream, and we would see him on Spectre with like 8 mangoes in his inventory at the beginning of the game. You just can't harass him.
Yeah, Skitter
this shit is
invented
getting
that
so-
one. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, Skitter invented it, and then pretty much everyone started copying. It was just literally he'd come to lane with Quelling Blade and like 6 to 7 mangoes.
Yeah.
And it
I
was
mean, it's
very
either
cool.
like you go full regen or you go no regen. Like this Lina started the game with 3 branches and blades of attack.
Prada goes down top lane. Avalanche will
This tusk's
connect,
gonna die.
plus the toss. Lina actually re-aggroes a couple times there. One more auto attack. Dragon Slave's not going to connect.
Ooh.
That is awkward for Dad there. He
Ooh,
ends
you
up
hate to see.
stealing
He
the
snatches the bounty rune as well. Genic will eventually get the kill off on him as soon as his avalanche comes off of cooldown.
He's going to try and go for the Roshanai, maybe? Oh, he's just playing on
Actually,
the fog there. So annoying.
Yeah, he changed his mind. Target is set to Mr. Jeans, but I don't think he's gonna be able to find this one either.
He double
So he
mangoed for
sets to
that.
settle with nothing, man. This sucks.
Yeah, he double mangoed that. He will get the ward here in the mid lane at least, but
Yeah, it's gonna expire in 30 seconds. Congratulations on your pity gold. Yeesh.
dude, the lanes are not going good for Infinity at all. All 3 top CS charts are going to be the side of NoRunes, and Darkseer is having a great time. A little bit surprising considering his early death, but they're just actually going to bring both supports up here. The Avalanche, the toss back. Do they have the damage to bring down Tusk? They got Boots,
They can't
Windlace.
catch him.
They can't. Yeah, not at all.
See,
walks
too hard to
away.
get on top of. And he goes now trying to get on top of Genic. Ice Shard's off a cooldown in 1 second. He's gonna block him off.
Yeah, they got him. Nicely done there. Good bait there with the Omni behind him, but TP in from Nuage. So they will find at least an exchange. Again, this is all space to try and let Lina actually get some farm here.
It's space for Lina, but you know, Morphling's using the space a lot better. Look at the Morphling CS, dude.
Yeah, 33 to 6 and 16 denies. That is a
This
lot.
Pango actually can't do anything inside this lane. Like, if he goes forward, like, he has to use his abilities to CS, but if he goes forward here, like, it's so easy for this Morphling to just chase him down. You don't have any kill potential on the Morph. Like, he's just going to be able to very easily attribute his stats back up if you try to trade with him.
Yeah.
Your burst damage isn't there.
Ooh.
Mid lane, Mirana's getting run out, but she's got 3 leap charges available. She's just baiting them forward. Unfortunately, Mr. Jean can only
This all gets the ball
3
with
points to
Invis, so
assist.
not bad for him.
Hopefully he can
Despite
set
it
up a
all,
kill
by
with
the
him.
way, Lina is top net worth 3,300 right now.
Yeah, I mean, she does have 2 kills under her belt, but I imagine Morphling's gonna pass her pretty quickly.
Avalanche plus the LSA. They get themselves another kill in the top lane. Hiko is going to continue to drag this one, but Lina, I'm assuming Falcon Blade's completed. Yeah, there it is on the courier. Falcon Blade raindrops. Pretty much all you need in terms of mana regen, which is quite nice.
Yeah,
Hope Dyer's middle tower
again,
is
just
in
maxing
forward.
out Fiery Soul.
Standing up.
Invis rune popped as he goes bottom with Invis, but he was just barely on the edge of this ward. So they know Leo Style is down here. Nuage's on his way down as well. I don't think Mini is going to get caught. He's
No.
playing right underneath his tower.
In fact, they could probably turn things.
Oh, he was not patient enough. Not patient enough. That's going to hurt. That is a death onto the Morphling when he was having such a good game.
They're gonna turn this on the Bat Rider. They're gonna be fine. Like, he's just gonna TP to the bottom lane. I'm like, oh, no teleport on. Sorry, you do have a teleport on Ember Spirit, but you just die right outside the tower. And at that point, when you're not attribute shifting, you're just dead.
Yeah. I would have kind of expected him to be sitting at a little bit higher HP than that, just to be sure. But I
Safe.
think he didn't
Knew
expect
he
to
was
die
dead.
that fast. Top lane, we're gonna see a dive here onto the Lina. The TP's coming through. Genic does catch the avalanche. That will buy him a little bit of space. Hiko, no surge available, so just cleaning up these illusions. Nice vacuum back to try and make some space with a toss on forward. Prada with a purification and another Dragon Slave through the trees does not connect. As he does finally get that surge off, trying to find an exit route, hiding in the trees. You can smell him, but you can't see him. No way! He's out, but not entirely. They will finish off this kill in just a matter of time. It's going to be a toss on through and one more auto attack from the Lina as Darkseer does finally fall. Dude, Leo style escaping on a fraction of HP. Also managing to find a little courier friend. No, he's like, wait a minute. I probably shouldn't still be here.
If
Radiant scanning for
this
enemies.
Tusk gets vision of him, he's
maybe
dead.
for
Like, he's just running down with the snowball.
Oh, they don't have vision. He's actually out.
Don't look
Just
now,
outside.
Radiant's bottom tower is getting obliterated.
He could random ice shard maybe, but yeah,
He'll fly over it immediately after with the Firefly,
yeah.
but it would give him vision for
It would give him
Snowball.
vision for Snowball. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Well, he
but-
might do it. He's gonna know. He's gonna throw the ice shards out. He sees the path.
Yeah, beautifully done by Tusk. Such a sick, like it's just
I
really
don't know if
smart
I'd
to
call
continue
that
the
sick,
change.
but he saw him underneath that ward.
Yeah. Well, it's like he was just smart to like continue
to follow.
chasing, right?
Never, yeah, never give up on your dreams, you guys. Be like this Tusk, okay?
Unless your
Well,
dream, like,
maybe you don't
is
want to be
not
like this
good.
Tusk.
Top tower, I put
Well,
on
top lane, Hiko goes down. Tusk with a snowball. They're gonna try and collapse on top of the Lina. A nice repel there to try and keep that alive, but will just burn on down to Mr. Jeans.
Be like this Tusk, everybody.
What did you learn?
Oh, be like this Tusk, guys. That is what Neph is saying.
What a god gamer.
I don't know why I said repel. That ability's not even in the game anymore.
I said
Heavenly
repel at the
Grace.
beginning of the game once, and it probably rubbed off on you. You can just blame me for that.
I am 100% blaming you. I heard the word earlier and it was like stuck in my brain now.
20 seconds of magic immunity.
That was such a fun time to be alive.
Yeah. And when you use it on enemies, there's like a couple cool interactions, like stop Ricky's permanent invis and stuff. But
Yeah.
a lot of the time, it just like griefed your team when you used it on the enemy.
Do you remember the time frame when the meta was just pick any strength hero and for one position and then just put an Omni behind him?
I put on a hard hat. That baby is
Yeah, that was when Heavenly Grace was like non-dispellable.
Yep. Non-dispellable and provided like strength and
Status resist.
yeah, and status resistance. That was good stuff.
Yeah.
You just put it on Tiny. Tiny would have like 85% status resist and like 6,000 HP.
That man had a quarry to settle.
He settled a lot of quarries. Bottom lane, they're gonna try and jump onto Mini here. He's got mangoes as well as a stick to play with it. A DD gets pulled from Mr. Jeans as Leo style now on the run. You are not surviving that one. Pango swashbuckles into the trees, kind of gives away his location by mistake, and now surrounded 4v1. One more
As soon as the
swashbuckle
shield crash
available,
runs
but
out,
yeah,
he's
they're
in
gonna continue the
trouble.
chase. Why not? Mr. Jeans gets himself a double with this rotation. The DD rune putting in some work. Now he's top of the net worth charts, baby.
Yeah. You had 20%, or sorry, you had 80% damage resist per second there. That's why he just wasn't going down.
Yeah.
All the heroes on him. Now they smoke up, but it pops immediately, so they're gonna run again. I can find the kill on him. No way he survives this.
Oh, help from the no. I was like help from the
No.
neutral creep, but absolutely
Not enough help.
3-point Star Storm. This is the build for sure.
it shows.
So Dad opting to go for the Boots of Travel here as opposed to the BKB as his second item on the Lina, which does kind of make sense. Consider what we saw last game. The Lina was really far behind this game. She's a little bit ahead, so she has some space to kind of pick up the Boots of Travel as opposed to being forced into the BKB, right?
Yeah. I did think the Morphling would start to pull ahead, but Lena's actually the one leading right now. I mean, you do move around the map fast. You have more attack speed to work with Fiery Soul. It just seemed like this Morphling is really taking off this game.
Yeah, Mixa's almost to the defusal as well.
Yeah, Adept did slow him down, so it's allowed Lina to spouse him by like 1,000 net worth right now.
Yeah. 3K gold lead overall for NoRunes, though. I mean, they're actually doing really well here, just 12 and a half, almost 13 minutes into the game. Question is, will they be able to find something with this lead, right? Hiko's on his way to a Blink Dagger, opting to wait off on the Guardian Greaves for now, which makes sense to me. I think it's smart that he gets the Blink Dagger here pretty soon. And Mini opting for a Manta as his first item.
Dyer is scanning for enemies. Probably hoping to catch a glimpse of him nude.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Yasha is like as good as it used to be, but this game it seems okay to build a Manta style first. Just be able to like farm safely. Be able to you can Manta dodge out things like the Light Strike Array. What server are we on, by the way? That's something that I usually talk about these broadcasts.
US
like the
East.
ability to actually Manta dodge these ones. Okay, that's unfortunate. I guess we do have 2 Europeans inside the game, right?
Yeah.
The rune of haste.
I had to
You
pull
mentioned
I just had to
earlier
look
that
up the
it's,
network stats really quick because I can see my ping, you know.
Well, you mentioned that it's Mixa from Serbia who's playing, so the default server for this one's
Yeah.
going to be US East. What was it? Tusk just finished up his Blink Dagger. I'm not sure if we caught that one.
I did not, no. So that's is pretty big. They actually have the Tusk Blink as well. Never mind, Darkseer changed his items here. He did have a Blink queued up. Prada, though, gets found here by the Tusk. He's going to be okay. Bottom lane, Pangolier has Rolling Thunder available. Will he actually get a chance to use it? Swashbuckles for the moment, and there it is, the Rolling Thunder. Trying to TP on home. Mini just slaps him down.
This is the average carry contribution, man. I think it would have gotten away if not for that, but it is funny. Hiko?
He's got Guardian Angel if he can get it off in time, and there it is. The question is, can they actually do the damage here on the side of Lina? Drops a sentry in the center of the lane here as Moonlight Shadow will protect the side of NoRunes. And Prada, with this Arcane Rune, actually ends up not really expending a whole lot here. So that is a really good timed Arcane for the Omni Knight.
Yeah, up in the top lane, Hiko managed to juke the power out.
Oh.
Got a TP out with like no HP.
Arrow does connect. Nice pick off there, the Tusk Marana combo.
Being destroyed as
Well, it looks like they're gonna lose the tower for this one. With the Morphling here, these towers just die so fast this hero.
Dyer's middle tower is insured.
Yeah.
That thing is standing on its last
He's one of the quickest people. I mean, he's just got so much agility. He takes
Radiant
towers so
scanning
quickly.
around for enemies.
Oh, Hiko.
Odd looking.
Avalanche. Ooh, awkward. Did not connect on the LSA. Ends up popping the mech there, and he is out.
Managed to find Mixa up on the other side of the map, in the mid lane.
Unlucky.
Who's working on the Blink Dagger now? I mean, he's kind of susceptible to going down. Right now, you're 0-3 on the Pango, which isn't great.
Yeah, he's had a really rough game. He's got a defusal. He's queued up like the Blink Dagger and, of course, the Shard. But you really need more farm out of your other 2 cores right now. It is just Lina at the top, and then everyone else is super poor. And bottom lane, or the top lane, Tusk snowball in, finds Genek. And he did get the morph off
Now
as
we can take a
well.
look at bot. Because I think the next bit of action is going to be over here. Leo Style ends up going forward into Mr. Jeans, but
If you're a fan
No
of
lasso
Radiant's
yet.
Connect with
tower,
him.
I'd shut my
yeah.
eyes.
Well, I guess we throw out an arrow here and hope that it connects with somebody.
Yep, instantly repelled. God, you know what I mean. Dispelled.
Repelled. Who is he?
Oh my god, who would
Get out of the
actually say
game,
that item?
Grandpa.
That rider. Rooted up one more time. He's just going to drop the lasso and just burn down that Marana very quickly. Nice DP cancel from Hiko as a beautiful vacuum will hold them right on top of the wall, but Ember Spear will be the one that falls next. As the Pangolier makes his presence known, the Rolling Thunder doing some more. Can they chain stun the Morphling down? They do. He didn't get the morph. He canceled it for a second.
Oh, they just chain stunned there. The stun for the Pango ended up connecting perfectly to that Light Strike Ray. No chance to Manta dodge that one either, so he ended up just melting. I think he was hoping maybe he'd get that one off. He cancels the attribute shift, but he's got the Shard keyed up next. He is sick of getting chain stunned down.
Yeah, it does make sense. Moonlight Shadow does come out. They will scout them as the, Lina in some trouble. Walrus Punch comes out, does manage to fake it. There's going to be the arrow. But the question is, can they actually bring her down fast enough? They do. The damage from the Dark Seer's Ion Shells seem to get it done, and Leo Style will chase down the Mirana. So a 1 for 2, actually. Taking down the Lina. Mr. Jeans comes in on the Ember Spirit Sleight of Fist. Does end up kind of revealing him, so.
Yeah. I mean, Prada is sitting pretty low, but you're jumping into 4 heroes. You have to be very careful how far you jump forward there with the diffuser plate on Pangu. You run out of mana on this Ember, you get caught out, you're just dead. So a lot of back and forth, but this did kind of close the net worth gap that NoRunes had there. And this was at a very awkward timing for Infinity as well, where they're working on Blink Dagger on Tiny, they're working on BKB on Lina. You know, for all intents and purposes, they shouldn't have been that strong. In this next like 2-3 minutes here, Infinity's gonna have these like core items completed, and it's gonna be a lot easier for them to fight the NoRunes.
I have Vizier. Actually quite good this game for both teams. I'm curious if anyone will actually take it, but top lane.
Another shelf as well.
Genic, Tumbler Toys, but still managed to get a nice morph into the Tiny. Plenty of damage coming in with the help of the tag team. So Mini cleans that one up.
And he picks up the item shard. It's gonna be a lot harder to actually burst this guy down now. Again, they've got the severe lag of burst damage. Like, Lina can kind of do it, but I think that she needs like a crit or something like that first. Everything comes out really slowly from, you know, the Tiny, the Pango, the
Oh, she got the dream item. There it is, man, the Grove Bow. It literally can't get better than that. Top lane, they will find the Bat Riders as BKB is not quite yet there. As completed in base, it was sitting in his stash, so that is unlucky. Smoked up here on the side of Infinities. They head bottom. Gonna see what they can find. Mid lane, though, is gonna be the initiation from the Tusk. Walrus Punch does come through. Tiny does drop the ward, but we'll just get cleaned up right away. Rolling Thunder coming through. Beautiful stuns onto the backside as Lina just drops the BKB as well. They take down the Darks here. Looking for more of the slows. Will catch the Tusk. They managed to claim 3 big kills there in the mid lane. Triple kill for Dad, just straight up on the Lina. It only costs you your Tiny. That is not bad.
I mean, they realized they caught him out by himself. I didn't see anyone coming in and like, oh god, they're smoking us, aren't they? There's like backup afterwards there to get caught out though. But it looks like this is going to open up the mid tower for them. And again, this is the Tiny that I was talking about. They were so close to BKB on him, on Batrider. They feel so confident after that one. So now it's going to be NoRunes on the run for the next couple of minutes up until Morphling finishes 1 or 2 more items. They're still waiting on BKB on Mr. Jeans as well. So shoes on the other foot at this point. Those exchanges down the bottom lane when NoRunes was winning really hurt them.
I definitely I was very confused. I watched the Lina just walk through the Darkseer wall and it didn't spawn an illusion. Unless the illusion was like somewhere else at the time, but I'm pretty sure I watched her just walk through the wall. It's all right. With this, though, they've really brought the game back quite even. Again, they were behind almost about 5,000 gold at one point. And, yeah. Batrider, as well as the Pango, have managed to pull themselves back into this one.
In the next, like, few minutes here.
Yeah. Especially if they get another fight like that, right? And Lina's just able to just sit there and dump in the damage. The Omni Knight sitting behind her, obviously doing some big work this game. As Gleipnir is nearly done, just about 125 gold away.
Yeah, but again, they'll pull ahead here just because they can't take these fights into Infinity, so Infinity's going to be controlling the majority of the map. This is not smart.
Well, Mr. Jeans thought he was going to be safe, but did not see the Tiny. That will set up a Avatos into Lasso and a free kill there on the Ember Spirit.
Yeah. Again, not surprised. Going for that when you're so close to your BKB just isn't worth it. I mean, get you that you're trying to make space for your team, but that's rough. They're gonna try to go for Roshan right now.
Yeah.
Like, if it was a double damage unit spawned outside the pit, that'd be so nice.
It's like a tier 2 exchange for the Roshan, and it works. So, it's not the worst trade in the world for NoRunes, but losing that tier 2 as well as the outpost is gonna be pretty rough.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you lose that tier 2 regardless. Like, you could maybe force someone back if you try to shove a tower, but this is like the best they can make of that situation.
Yeah.
Ember Spirit dies the bottom side of the map. Infinity's response to that is, okay, we control this area. If they don't have Ember, we can get the tower, and NoRunes grab Roshan. So making the best out of that situation. Close to their Scotty now on the Morphling. I don't think that by itself will you back into this.
Or staff. Snowball does come through down to the low ground, so a nice save. The Mixa decides not to chase for more, so they do get the D ward here, and they disengage. I mean, having the Aegis here on Mini is quite nice. Like, it is definitely just going to be a farming Aegis for the Morphling, but they smoke up on NoRunes under the cover of Moonlight Shadow, as well as that's just come to an expiration. They do manage to get the Walrus Punch, catch the Tiny, and a Walrus going over to Omni Knight, but he's got his whole kit available, and there it is. Heavenly Grace comes through. Nice pull back into the wall, though, from the Dark Series. They try and chase after Prada. BKB TP out from Lina. Mixa will burn down to the Ember Spirit. So ends up being a nice catch, a 2-for-1. Not bad for NoRunes. They do also force some big cooldowns, as well as the BKB. Prada underneath the tower here. I don't think they had vision. He does have a TP if he wants to try and make it out of here, but he's broken the ankles. He's safe. Oh, did they see him for a moment there? I don't think they did.
They did just see Batrider beat the travel down on the bottom lane, so then it was relatively safe to make that dive, but unfortunately they just end up wasting a lot of time with that, so they didn't get any extra control over the map. Morphling's now going to TP up to the top lane, where it's safe. He's going to try to chase down Prada to see if he does. If he can get him, yes!
Yeah, he found him. That's nuts.
Yeah.
Really good heads-up play from Mini.
The Omni Knight walked too far forward. He showed himself under the creep wave, and then he like moved into the trees there. So predicting where he went was easy. And now he just about got this Scotty done. As soon as he's done clearing out these stacks in the hard cap and the Ancients, he's going to finish that one up. And he's going to be quite tanky.
Yeah, like we said earlier, the late game matchup, Morphling typically does very well into this Lina. The question is whether or not they can actually deal with the Omni Knight, right? I feel like that's the big question mark. If they can't actually deal with the Omni Knight, they're in some trouble.
Yeah, I think this Morphling has a lot easier time jumping the backline than something like a Drow Ranger did.
Yeah.
Although it's a bit harder with the waveform change around. Like before it was 2 charges at level 25. Now you get waveform reduced cooldown, which is neat, but
oh, smoke pops in the mid lane. Blink Walrus Punch does come through. The stun catches the Omni, and the Pango is gone immediately, but they've managed to get the Morphling. It's just his first life, though. Disarm for the moment onto the Lina. She does have that BKB available as the walls place very well there in the center of all of this. Grab the Tiny as well. Jump for more on the backside. Tusk goes in, manages to find the Lina. 4 staffs are up onto the high ground. Still alive. Has that Shadow Blaze. They do get the stun onto the Morphling, but I don't know if they have the damage. He's just morphing through it all. Jean's up onto the high ground, chasing down into Prada. Does not finish him off.
Oh.
Ends up popping the Guardian Angel.
Yeah, this does stop the Ember Spirit from continuing to go forward there, but I don't think he would have been able to. Yeah, he's sitting at real low mana, so that's a lot of the tools in their
Tusk?
kit on their way in.
Tusk he just kept going, and it looks like he's gonna get out just fine. Batrider's the one that's gonna pay for it.
Forward too. Oh my god!
All right, that's some pretty nasty work there. Genic though comes forward, snipes him. It's gonna cost him his own. He's got Prada behind him. He's fine. Oh,
No.
wait a minute.
They died for this, right?
He has a Manta.
Oh no!
He has Manta and Surge. The question is, can the Lina help finish him off? They can absolutely. Uh-oh, Gleipnir's caught the Mirana as well. The Laguna Blade comes through as Meeks is going to chase for Hiko. It's the Surge off for the moment, and a blink up in 1. Swashbuckle will not connect, so you get the tier 2 tower, but massively punished for that overextension.
And what in the Mario Party is going on over there? Well, you know, they took their lead, then they kind of lost their lead after that.
They caught Ember. Oh, never mind. They did not have the stuns.
Yeah, so even game again. So that's good. Definitely went too far forward there on the Morphling. It was like a super sick play into Tuscan did not being such a sick play after that. Okay. Where we are at, though, is this Tusk is a lot closer to his Aghanim Scepter. Once that's done, it's going to be near impossible for the side of Infinity to actually push high ground without losing heroes.
Yeah, it is a
Walrus
really
Kick
good
is such a
axe
broken
game.
ass ability.
It is. You can get a Lincoln Sphere, right? But even then, it's not guaranteed. So,
Horse racing, rugby, cricket, or curling. But if I was,
little D ward here up onto the high ground. Nicely done. Clear up those wards.
Okay. So it looks like everyone's just going to back off now. They smoke up, but I don't imagine this is going to connect with anything. It is just Prada tailing everybody. They lose him, it's not so bad. The same goes with Genic. So smoke pops on a Genic, they're going to jump onto him.
Yeah, he
Prada
just says
turns
screw
around
it.
everyone.
He's like, yeah, I'm not helping you, man. Sorry.
Yeah, that's completely fine. Like, just losing Genic there. Like, Mix is pushing the bottom lane.
Tusk is 150
Someone's going to have
gold
to go
for
back to
Max.
this.
Okay, 50 gold for Max.
Yeah, and it's going to be Ember who goes back with this one. He's got a double damage in. Like, he can put a lot of damage. Doesn't connect with anybody, though. But yeah, Aghanim Scepter now done. It's flying out to the Tusk. It is going to be quite easy to dive the base and grab people now.
Dyer's top tower is really taking a
Like, you just throw out arrows for vision. Tusk, like, snowballs, blinks in. I mean, this is why this ability is incredibly busted. You can just use it while you're in snowball as well. Like, there's just no punish for it. You line it up while you're inside a snowball. You just need to be relatively close to the heroes, and you can vector target it as well. Like, it is insane how easy to use this is.
Yeah. It's
Oh
pretty
yeah,
cool.
and he sends out the Eye of Vizier to himself with this
Yep,
as well.
I was going to say,
Just
it's
make it- the vector target
real
even
good for
easier.
Tusk.
Yeah, just a tiny bit more cast range, so you don't have to be directly on top of the hero. Makes a world of difference.
Yeah.
The Dyer's top tower is really taking a beating.
If they wanted to balance this one, I would say the one change they do is you make it so you can't cast Walrus Kick inside Snowball.
Don't look now, but
Yeah, that would be the fix for sure, but I don't think they really care, like, to be honest. I think they're just like, this is fine, this ability is no big deal. Oh, Genic drops a ward, sees them all, tries to run away. He actually makes it. Oh my
That was
god. The totem force staff
bizarre.
blink, what a play.
That was bizarre because they see the tiny TPing in and they tried to keep going instead of waiting around the tiny.
Yeah. That being said, Dad bottom lane, he's gonna get caught by the walls. Prada does as well. She's gonna BKB, TP on home. The
gonna try
Walrus
to
does
get-
not make it in time. Prada will TP out as well. No way. Such a close call for the side of Infinity there.
Yeah, I'm gonna swing up his fist. Nice try there by the Tusk. I mean, ends up blinking forward. Snowballs to the creep wave to try to get to that lead is a little bit faster and get off the Walrus Punch interrupt, but couldn't make it.
2 minutes and 20 seconds will be the Roche Reed spawn timer. We have a Basher now finished up on Pango as he queues up the Octarine, which is a little bit surprising to me that he's going for an Octarine as opposed to the Aghanim Scepter. But we'll have to find out how that ends up paying off for him.
help out that bottom tower. There's not going to be a tower left.
Mini cleans up
Sorry,
bottom
Hoops.
tier 1.
Dyer's bottom tower is
Pango,
gonna be
he's
the
going for the
biggest
Octarine as
stuff.
opposed to the Ags.
I mean, CDR is just really good on this hero.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to spam out his spells even faster. If you can burn down, if you can burn down people's mana and like spam stun them with the basher that you have, just spamming Swashbuckle feels really good.
Man, Radiant does not like Dyer's bottom tower's gone to a
Turn
tower
2
farm.
bot falls, top lane. Dad should be able to just burn this T1.
Radiant's top tower just got stomped to pieces. Things are looking dire for Dyer's bottom tower.
All right, well, they're just going to trade towers, it seems, because Dad's going to get the top tier 1 easily. Walrus kick back, will catch the tiny arrow, however, not going to be able to bring him down. He's got so much mobility. 2 force staffs on the supports, plus the totem. I guess really, like, they actually have answers, I guess, the Walrus kick because of that, but...
Yeah, they do have some answer to the Walrus Kick, but even like 2 force stabs isn't enough. Like, you're so far out of position. The cap range on these 4 stabs isn't great either. So
No, not at
by the
all.
time you actually gap the 1400 distance that the Walrus Kick creates, like, you're kind of out of position as well as a support hero.
We might
Like,
shadow.
Omni Knight never wants to be that far forward.
think they saw the Moonlight Shadow. They are pinging it like they saw it, so they are backing up here, gonna hold their high ground where they have the ward sentry.
Yeah, neither team wants to give up this Roshan though. Like, Pango fights so well into the pit, but so does Darkseer, unfortunately. And they know it's going to be respawning within the next, like, what, 1 minute here?
Yeah, it was 2:20, so 40 seconds from now would be max respawn. They just jump in, throws the avalanche, gets some vision of the Tusk, but he just gets kicked away, but they've managed to catch the Mirana there. Nice lasso, and Tiny, he makes it out for the moment, ends up getting Force Staff, pops the totem, trying to make some way to get out of this fight, but it's not going to be enough. A 1-for-1 trade there on the supports. But you do manage to get the wall down, so that will help for the Roche pit, honestly. 80 seconds till the wall's back up.
You committed some things there, but again, you're still holding on to the BKBs and the Batride and the Lina, so you could contest this if you really wanted to, but it looks like they
giving
just
it up.
don't feel confident without the Rolling Thunder.
I feel like you gotta be able, they scan now. Did they just forget? I think they just forgot.
There's no way they forgot. There's no way they forgot. 0%
Dude,
chance.
I don't know, because like the scan hit and they all turned to start going to Roche, and then it instantly died, and they're like, oh, never mind. I think they forgot, legitimately.
Money to burn.
Because I feel like they could definitely fight around the Roche pit without the wall there, but
They probably didn't think they'd be so quick to enter the pit again.
yeah.
But fortune favors the bold. NoRunes jumped to the pit right away, no hesitation, and managed to clear out Roche ultra fast. And Warfleet now almost has a data's completed. Once this is done, like, it's gonna be very easy for you to just assassinate this Omni Knight on the back line.
Yeah.
Like, there's a very good chance he dies in that cast animation for Guardian Angel. So he's farming up a Blink Dagger right now. He's going to be sitting very far back, blinking in, then pressing GA.
Yes.
They also just give the free shard on over to Mr. Jeans, so the Ember Spirit will grab that one as he's got a Shiva's queued up top lane. They actually managed to find Lina with a vacuum. Walrus Punch does come through. She's going to get dispelled, though, thanks to the Omni Knight. She needs to get out, though. Snowball up into the high ground, not really where you want to be, and now a wall comes out, but not going to catch much. The Morphling, however, caught by the lasso. Mini has that Aegis, does end up getting popped as the Rolling Thunder does connect on the backside. Mr. Jeans goes ahead and tries to dive on in and see if he can bring down the Omni Knight, but he can't do it alone. Arrow's going to come through, does connect onto the Bat Rider, but NoRunes just lost 2 heroes and the Aegis, potentially more as Genik. He's caught the Morphling once again. The BKB comes out right away as Mikasa drops that roll up, trying to survive, but he will get caught outside the base.
Oh,
Pull
no.
back Lina. There's the Walrus kick, the big ability we've been talking about. Jeans will survive. Lina goes down without buyback right outside her high ground. They do manage to find the kill there.
She's got money now.
She does have money. The assist gold will be able to save her. The Bash catches the Morphling. He's running low on resources. He does need to get out of here. The arrow off the mark. And in the trees, they have managed to find Genik, but Avalanche does come through. He's out of mana. Mini goes down. Leo style just going to continue the chase here. Tusk will get scouted, drops the napalm to try and stay on top of him. And yeah, you got tag team damage with the help of Prana. Will be able to burn him down. Hiko, nice vacuum. Will be able to grab the kill. The gem on the deck, but it is a 3v1. Hiko, you came back for this one. You might regret it, son. He's going to buy back on the Ember. Does he have a Remnant up here? He does. He goes for the Tiny, manages to catch him onto the backside, and now Miksa needs to run. Prada needs to run. He gets the kill, and the blink out. Pango in some trouble. Jeans has the Searing Chains. Will connect, roll up once again to buy him some space as Tiny's going to buy back into the game. An absolute insane engagement. But overall, I think pretty good for Infinity. They didn't have to buy back their Lina. They hold the high ground.
Yeah, they forced the buyback after Mr. Jeans. Like, you lose him again, it's gonna be so much harder for you to take these long engagements. He is all about holding high ground and spamming out Sleight of Fist. He is super important to them.
I mean, I said not that bad for Infinity, but boy, that was a lot of gold for the side of NoRunes. And Darkseer now having the Falcon Punch of the Ags, very strong.
Yeah, but again, this was, you're fighting into an Aegis with this one as well. All of a sudden, it becomes much easier to kill this Morphling. Like, I'm not sure why they push so hard for the high ground before Morphling finishes Daedalus. Like, it is such a massive DPS upgrade. The entire fight just felt super awkward whenever the NoRunes starts to go near the high ground. Everything just kind of comes apart. And they have vision advantage on the side of Infinity. These team fights just seem near impossible for them.
Lina almost level 25, so likely to grab that Laguna Blade piercing spell immunity talent that we usually see. Where are we at on some of these other heroes? Anyone else pretty close to 25 here? Looks like it's just her. Next closest would be the Ember Spirit at 23 with the Morphling.
All right, they're gonna smoke up and go for it. Let's run it back, boys. One more time.
They actually have toss requires no target now, so they do have their own version of the walrus kick, walrus kick at home type of thing.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, mid lane, walrus kick comes out, the catch battery instantly BKBs, gets the lasso there onto the Tusk, but plenty of damage coming through from the Morphling. Genic just dancing around the fight, ends up going right into the arrow, and the gem is now on the deck. They'll pick that one up on NoRunes, as they've got no backdoor protection for the moment.
Well, they had it for a second there. They lose it, but this mid wave has pushed in now. They're going to be able to clear this one out in no time at all. The best you can hope for is Mixa like shoving this wave in, forcing someone back, but you've got no buyback on the Tiny right now. Defending this is hard.
Yeah, I think they have to give this one up. They have a second fort, but they're just going to hold on to it. They're going to TP back here on the Lina. They do see the TP coming through. They get the normal punch. Lina's just dead without buyback. Oh, no. Tusk just holding Prada at bay, and just like that onto the high ground. NoRunes might be able to wipe Infinity here. Swashbuckles away, but he's chasing for more. The roll up to buy him a little bit of space, but they just go right into the tier 4s. They've got nobody here to actually find kills. Like, your damage is completely missing without the Lina.
Yeah, Tusk has gone pretty far in, but just to kick the Omni Knight out, he goes down.
Yeah,
no
why
buyback
not?
available. 90 seconds.
Vacuum
This
normal
looks like
punch.
it's it.
That is it. 5 dead now. Batrider respawning in a second, but what can he do? He's got no lasso. He just instantly BKB'd. The GG comes out, and just like that, man, NoRunes turned this gamer down in seconds.
Wait, where'd he go?
Yeah, once you had the Daedalus completed, the damage from Morphling was just absolutely insane. I mean, you saw how fast these heroes melted.
Yeah.
You get caught out of position like that, the game is just over. So, NoRunes managed to tie this series up 1-1. And, man, you were saying you watched all of SADPC. You talked about how back and forth this region was. It's exactly what we see today.
Yep. Super strong performance from Infinity Game 1 and Game 2, NoRunes. They managed to take down the Lina. They're like, all right, maybe so far, Lina's 0% win rate tonight. Not what really would be expected, but both teams actually responding to it really well. The last pick Morphling owned, of course, and big shout out to Tusk, who just had tons and tons of really solid pickoffs.
Yeah, I mean, it is seen as like one of the main counters to the Lina. It's Tusk, and again, as soon as Lina comes out, they have first pick and immediately counter up with the Tusk, and ends up going on to him all game. It makes it really difficult for the Lina to actually take advantage of these attack speed when you're always trying to run away and being put out of position, the fight centered around you. So teams have kind of learned to deal with this Lina after it's become so popular. So I still think it's first pick material, but maybe you ban out the Tusk if you have the first pick.
Yeah, I mean, that is one of the things that we've seen happen a lot in SADPC earlier, is if the Lina was available, which, I mean, most of the time it wasn't, but if the Lina was available, the Tusk was pretty much always banned. So it is one of those, like you said, real good counters. Once you get the Aghanim Scepter, makes your life really miserable. And yeah, good performance from both teams. This is a fun first series, but we've got a second one lined up. Neph, do you happen to know who it is? Otherwise, I can fill him in.
Absolutely, Ricky. We got the one, the only Alliance.
What?
That's right, the good one.
Mm-hmm.
The Division 1
The
Alliance.
good one. Yeah, the actual good one. Taking on the side of Ravens, which Ravens actually had some roster swaps as well. I believe Parker is playing for Ravens right now. I'd have to double check, which was previously Infinity's carry. So things are moving around here post season 1 DPC, of course, which is what always happens with these teams. But Alliance, no. These guys, they don't swap anything around. This is a team. Goes to TI, impresses everybody, gets Alliance to sponsor them, comes into the SADPC, takes third, and now are looking to improve their legacy here. So we'll see how they do here in our second series. But we're gonna go to a short break before then, and we'll be back. This is the BTS Pro Series Season 14. My name is Cryptic, here with Neph. We'll see y'all in a bit.